Welcome back in 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. SEC Media Days in Dallas. Tennessee football coach Josh Heupel at the table now. Coach, what's up? How are you?
I'm doing great. How's everybody doing?
Good. Good to see you, man. So how has the message changed? Year 1 to now year 4.
Well, got a lot more proof in the pudding.
Yeah.
Year 1, I said it when I was at the podium. It's crazy to think back. I can't believe I'm going into year 4 already.
Isn't that crazy?
It's really gone unbelievably fast. But everything that we had to navigate, the success that we've had, obviously we want a whole lot more than what we've had to. But at the same time, there's been a lot of successes, and at the end of the day, there's a clear vision that the standard at Tennessee is to go win championships, and we got to keep working to get there and be ready this fall.
Well, it looks like, at least on paper and seeing things on the field and all those things, got a lot more depth.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that walks into our facility, walks by our players, I don't care if that's in the weight room, you get to spring practice, training camp coming up here in a couple of weeks. It's tangible, it's visible. Ray Charles can see it.
Yes. Finally.
It's different, and it's great competition. Depth is important. We're in the closing stages of finishing everything that we need to take up to have the depth that we're capable of. But the length, athleticism, playmakers, really, really excited.
So along those lines, culture, roster, all of that, are you where you want to be in year 4 as far as the building process of getting there?
Man, I know this. You're never a finished product, right? It's every day that you're competing to be what you're capable of. But I absolutely love being in the building with the guys. Love seeing all of them. Like, we get to go about just competing as hard as we can every day. And everything that we're doing, there's no issues, no distractions. It's a fun place to be.
Tennessee football coach Josh Heupel with us on 3HL.
Well, it's time for Coach Heupel to go into where his permanent residency is. You see Usher and people like Cher and people like that doing residencies in Vegas. Yeah, but in the Boom Boom Room, Heupel does a residency as well. We ain't got to go down the rules.
Listen,
what's up?
Just so all your fans know. Yeah, I'm not sure where your perspective is, but you gave me a low grade on my Boom Boom Room entrances here lately.
See, yeah, y'all had a different opinion about his success rate.
That's not what I've been getting from over here.
Yeah, that's right.
So come on, let's go.
Okay, all right, we're gonna jump straight in this. Lock the door, man. Coach Heupel is in the Boom Boom Room. Let's first just jump straight into this right here, man. It was a time that we had an opportunity to listen to an interview with the one and only the Pirate, man. Rest in peace. And they talked about a script being left behind in the game, man.
On purpose.
Yeah, on purpose.
Against Texas.
Yeah, against Texas. What was that in your playing days? What happened in that situation?
Yeah, I believe it was either Wednesday night. I believe it was a Thursday night. Yeah. I'd go up to his office. You guys remember the old Howard Stern ETV show?
Yeah.
He would be playing that in his office, too. So that's the background noise to everything that's going on. We're talking about, this play.
Mm-hmm.
The ball finishes on this hash. This is how he talked.
Yeah.
What do you like next? And anyways, at the end of the night, he's like, man, what do you think about placing a fake script?
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Ain't no way they can bite on that.
He pulled it off, man. It was fun to watch when we got to the stadium because I knew what was going on. You could see everything unfold.
Yeah.
It is a classic moment of the Pirate.
How many people knew what was going on?
Handful,
just you and him?
Handful.
Yeah. Okay.
One of my best friends that was a student assistant.
Yeah.
He was in charge of dropping the script.
Yeah.
Coach Leach, a couple others. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's like a lot of extra effort to do that,
Yeah.
right? But that's Leach, right?
In his game week, he had a lot of extra time to do things like that, too.
Well, like Carl Reese was the defensive coordinator at Texas, and he said in a clip that we saw that I've never seen a more wide open receiver on any level of football.
Yeah, the fake reverse screen.
Yeah.
So as a quarterback,
they were all running to the reverse.
So,
got him.
As a quarterback, you see a guy that wide open, you're like, oh crap, I can't miss this one.
I don't think I was thinking about it in the moment, but we started off with a bang.
Now top 2 songs artists in your playlist right now? If you jump in your truck and we got to go to a little store run real quick, who's going to pop on first?
Okay, Morgan Wallen.
Okay.
Jay Book.
Ooh.
Yeah, you even know where that is?
Look, no.
You don't know where that lies. All right, you're going to have to pull it up.
Oh,
no.
Is this a boom boom room question for me? Like, okay,
right.
I know what to do with that. All right. What's the worst gift that you've ever been gotten? Yeah, you thought the boom boom room was just gonna be easy. You think you just gonna run amok in here in year 4? That ain't how we operate, Hype. That's not how we operate in here. The worst gift you've ever been given. You ain't gotta say who gave it to you. We ain't throwing nobody under the bus.
Man,
but the worst
gift.
Yeah.
There've been a few of them. My wife tends to buy the wrong size pants every Christmas. You know what I mean? Like in front of the entire family.
Like too big or too small?
No, they're huggers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bring skinny jeans for you. Like, what is this?
Yeah, before skinny jeans were even popular, and I ain't in no skinny jeans. So.
Hey, okay. Most emotional sports moment you've been through as a player or coach?
Holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
Most emotional.
Uh-huh.
That's a tough one.
I told you, Coach doesn't like these deep
You know,
emotional
No,
questions.
but it's
He's
away.
like-
It's away from the game. This is up his alley, really. You know what I'm saying? He's a lob student.
Kind of, right? Most memorable.
Yeah.
Walking off the field against Alabama when the fans rushed the stadium, like that moment will live with me.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that's one of my last thoughts.
Yeah.
Did you think the field goal was good as it was going through the air?
I thought it was good once it went across the upright.
Doesn't have to be pretty, does it?
And then I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I turned the wrong direction and went towards the band, and I was like, holy cow, this is the wrong way.
Everybody come.
Bill Martin, you guys know Bill.
Yeah.
Bill's got a cool video from behind me, perspective the entire way back with the police officers. Just as we were
That's
navigating
awesome.
through the fans. It was cool.
Yeah.
No, that's
Goalpost coming down right after we went in, so it was cool.
All right, Hype, bro. We'll let you out the boom boom room, man. You handle business. What else? See, this is the problem, man.
thought
Every
he
time
killed
the
it.
boom boom room ends,
Hype
he always
gave
give
him
me
a
that
look.
look like, why you
Hype
putting me
gave him a
out?
look.
You got
Like-
a residency there.
Like you graded me tough on the way in. I'm gonna grade you tough on the way out.
What?
You gotten softer, man.
Oh, ain't this? See,
Gotten softer.
give him an inch, man. Listen, man. Hey, see, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with you,
Ron
Hype.
Slay is soft. That
Yeah.
is the
Man,
quote
unlock the
from
door.
Coach
Get Hype out
Heupel.
the boom boom room, man.
I love it.
So you were talking about Coach
Oh, well,
Leach.
I thought I was done. That's why I said that.
I knew that. See,
You're just done with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were
We're
talking.
shooting now, baby.
You were talking about Coach Leach, and I was talking with somebody at Tennessee. I didn't know this. Said that his first official visit was you. How did that go down? What do
You talking about Mike Leach?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike
How
had
did-
just gotten the job.
How did
He
that
was-
all go down? What do you remember?
He was still at Kentucky. He had taken the job. He was at Kentucky at the bowl game when he started recruiting me. My first conversations. What was
I'm just curious. What
was it like?
What was a visit from Mike Leach like? We're fascinated by him.
Okay, so he didn't come to me. It was late in the process.
Okay.
So as they were doing the bowl game, I went to Norman just after he had gotten there. The conversations are about what you would expect. When I talk to
Not football.
my wife always knew when I was talking to Mike because the phone would be on my ear for a while, and then I'd put it on speaker and then just start walking around the house doing stuff because he didn't need anybody else on the other end to hold the conversation. And straight comedy, too. But, man, guy who gave me my start, really pretty cool. Just picking a kid out of from Utah, man.
All right, let's transition. We got to talk a little X's and O's and about this team this year in your quarterback hype. Like, what have you seen from him development-wise to where we are as we head into this year?
Yeah, first of all, he's made of the right things, and I say that meaning from the moment that he got to Knoxville, wanted to earn trust and respect from his teammates, knows that you do that through work. He's been a great teammate. Guys around him believe in him because of his talent, but because of who he is and how he works and his competitive nature, his DNA. You take the bowl experience, right? I think that created great urgency for him in his preparation in the offseason. When I say that, he had good urgency, but it feels different when you're the guy, you got the ball, and the game is what the game is. Made a lot of plays, missed some plays, things he would want to do over. He's had great urgency, and he's going to be a young quarterback. Young quarterbacks, every play, they just keep filing away information, and they get better and better and better. And he's going to have a great growth throughout the course of the year. And when I say that, we still expect him to play at
I was going to say, it's a little bit of a warning to fans, like, don't freak out if he makes mistakes. He's young,
no
but
quarterback's
you still
perfect.
Expect.
No quarterback's perfect. Nobody is.
Yeah.
Absolutely nobody. Right?
Yeah.
Hendon Hooker, late in the game, Alabama, fumble, scoop, score.
Yeah.
But he's resilient, able to come back and play the next play. That's got to be Nico. Like, he's got to be able to reset and play the next play. And one of the greatest compliments you can give a quarterback is that when they go from practice field to the game slows down for them, and they're in command and they're in control. Nico had that presence during the course of the bowl game. Now, 24, it's different. Each game's going to be different, but excited for this journey with him.
It was interesting listening to you describe him in the beginning of that because the description, you mentioned Hendon Hooker. I feel like it was very similar on his teammates gravitate towards him and they trust him and that kind of thing. Yeah. I know that's not fair.
Yeah,
but
it isn't because Hendon was a sixth-year guy, right?
Yeah,
and so
that's a great point. Yeah.
When you and even the difference in Hendon when we were first there versus the last year.
Yeah.
You got to master the position, and there's a lot going on within the position. You know, your offense, every defense that you can see structure-wise against it, right? All these, there's 21 other bodies in movement as you're playing the position. He'll continue to take that leadership command presence. He does an unbelievable job one-on-one, small groups right now, and through his play and growth, he'll continue to take more of it.
If you had to put your finger on one, when it comes to exciting player, like Squirrel captivated everyone, is there a new incoming guy that has that kind of it factor in him? And I'm kind of leaning towards Boo Carter. Does he have that it factor? Like, I know it's going to come with, experience and things of that nature, but he does things to pop off.
I do, yeah. He's instinctual. He processes a lot of different things, bodies and movement, motion.
Right.
He processes that extremely well. Yeah. What people will call a baller mentality, right?
Yeah.
He's got to continue to grow in his understanding and fundamentals and all that. Every young player does. Yeah. Man, I'm really excited about Boo.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of people obviously
Thanks for answering the question for me.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Felt like I was in the boom room for a second.
Sometimes I got just a nudge. A nudge is all.
Obviously, people talk about your offense a lot. Defensively, how do you feel?
We've never made excuses since we've been there, right? Okay. Now, go back 3 years. Everything that happened before I got the job, everything that transpired from NCAA right after, having to be intentional in how you built roster. Like, I don't think people understand, like,
where you were when you took that job,
and how, like, you couldn't just go re-sign 45 guys. We were limited to 25 a year initially. They just changed the rule a year ago, but we still couldn't be at 85. You know what I mean? Like, and so how do you maximize your future while also being ready to play and compete at a high level right now? All those things. I love what we're doing defensively. It's the best that we've been. Depth. It's the best, like, range, athleticism, length, ability to bend, short area quickness on all three levels of our defense. Statistically, there's so many things that we're doing so well at a really high level defensively. Sacks, tackles for loss, yards per rush. I mean, all those are either leading the league or in the top two over the last 2-3 years. Like, there's a lot there. We got to take another step. pass defense. Yep. And so it's all got to come together.
Going to be weird to go back to Oklahoma?
The perspective in the stadium will be unique. It'll feel like I think I've only been over there maybe for like a scrimmage or two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Visually. But other than that, it'll be 24 Tennessee against 24 Oklahoma. Let's go line up and play.
There he is. He's Tennessee football coach Josh Heupel. Made it out of the boom boom room.
Yes,
made it out of all the rest of whatever we do.
What was my grade this time?
You get a 9.5.
Okay.
9.5.
What's his
What's
grade?
Slay's grade?
See.
Man. We're going off. I'm not going to do that to you. You know what I mean? We'll go offline with you.
More 3HL next on 104.5 The Zone.